Hello guys, welcome to another exciting episode of
The show he forgot the name of.
I'm pointing at Danny Pooh. This is two
The
guys.
pointing show. It's two guys in the pointing show. It's two guys pointing on each other.
Exciting episode of Two Guys on the Couch. This is Sunglass exclusive. Bruce, you already know that. This is Danny Pooh, aka Attorney Dan. Hashtag at Epic Motivation for All. Follow me, like, share, subscribe. Danny, what's your Instagram? Attorney.dan?
Correct.
Correcto. So the hot topic that we want to talk...
Guys, it's been fun. I gotta go. I'll be back.
Where the fuck are you going?
Messing with you guys.
Okay, that's a interesting way of introducing yourself. And yeah, go outside, ladies and gentlemen.
Actually,
by the
how
way,
would you feel if I left?
I guess I'm the lone wolf, and I have to continue the show. The show must go on.
How do you feel when your friends leave?
How do I feel when my friends leave?
That leave out of your life, yeah.
I question myself. Then they're not a friend. If they left that easily, then they weren't a friend to begin with. I had this conversation earlier with another friend where they told me that someone is mad at someone and now they don't want to come over like for like a Friendsgiving or something. And I'm like, okay, then was that really a friend to begin with? You know, I've had people who were my so-called friends and for 8, 9 years, 10 years, and then all of a sudden one day over silly argument, that's it, they decide to bail out. And that means that the chapter has closed, and I'm not the
How
one
do you
that's...
define a real friend?
Through thick and thin, bro. The same thing in a relationship. You fight with each other, you curse each other out, and then after an hour, after 15 minutes, after 10 minutes, max 2 days, you're like, hey, what's up? You want to get some food? You want to go do this? You want to do that? Yeah, not like you call after a fight, they ignore you, this, that, and then they disappear. That's who you know who's not your real friend, based on my understanding. What about you, Danny? How do you feel like who's your friend?
Oh, that's a good question. I find a person who actually enjoys my company is a good friend. A person who I trust and trusts me, where there's loyalty, there is respect, there's accountability for one's actions, and being there for one another is how I look at friendships. And I think those are becoming more rare nowadays. Like, I've had situations where people have told my friends that they weren't fun to be around. And
What do you mean?
And therefore people didn't want to hang out with them. They were boring.
They told you in your face?
Not to me. I was never considered to be boring.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think I'm a pretty fun guy.
But you don't know, maybe they were just not comfortable enough to share with you that they were that you were boring. They felt respected to you. They didn't want to.
You know what I think? If a person tells you they're boring, if a person tells you that you're boring, it means that they're not a pair for you. Meaning that they're not a friend that you want to spend time with. You've had friends where you would go out with them and they just would be so boring and you're like, oh my God, I have to make all of the conversation. You had friends like that, no?
I just show them my life, and if you want...
No, I understand, but you've had people that you went out with in a friendly way and you couldn't get a conversation going.
Yeah.
How'd you feel?
I accept them for who and what they are, and I was like, okay, cool.
That's not what I asked you. I said, how'd you feel?
It's all right.
Did you feel you had to do the heavy lifting?
In the beginning, yeah, but then I just got used to them because I'm like, okay, this is what
Correct.
this person is all about. Let them be.
So unfortunately, the new generation of people don't do that.
Oh, yeah, what they do?
They're like, okay, unless you bring value into my life.
How can you benefit me? Yeah.
Correct. How can you benefit? But the thing is, it's two-sided. If I have to entertain you, what are you doing for me?
I have to entertain you back, no?
Correct, but it doesn't work that way. You know why it doesn't work that way? You know what TikTok is? Do you entertain TikTok when you're watching the videos?
No, you just watch it.
Correct. Do you entertain Snapchat or Reels or anything? No, right?
I'm not on TikTok or Snapchat. I'm old-fashioned, old school. I'm on Facebook and Instagram.
But what I'm saying is, do you entertain the... You're just consuming the content. You're not giving anything back. So people have taken that mindset and apply it to the real world. They look at people as something to scroll down. Okay, I don't like this topic. I don't like this topic. I don't like this topic.
Interesting.
Yeah, the psychology from the apps is causing people to have a mentally challenged perspective of life. So when people say to another person, "Oh, you're boring me," or "I'm bored," or whatever it is, it's not because of the person they're with. It's because they themselves are boring. So when you're with a friend who's boring the crap out of you, you have a choice. You either try to find common ground and have a good time, or you just walk away. But you never allow a person to tell you that, listen, I want you to bring more friends with you because you alone are not bringing the fun.
Sometimes you're just like pretty chill and you're just accommodating, I guess, and you're just like, okay,
So
whatever.
you're accommodating?
I think I'm a pretty accommodating person, although I don't see it from the way where they want to spend time with me only with certain groups or whatever. I don't think about it. I don't want to think in a negative way, oh, this person's spending time with me because this or that. If they used me or whatever, that's on them.
One second. Why do you think people use you?
But you were just asking this question where that if a friend does this or that, how would you feel? And I'm like, it's on them. It's not on me.
Hold on. I don't think there's an element of usage there. For example, you go out with a friend, right? And you pay for a bill. Did you have a good time?
Depends what we did.
Doesn't matter. You went to a restaurant, you ate food. Did you have a good time?
Depends on the conversation.
Did you have a good time eating the food?
The food, yes, I enjoyed the food.
Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Let's say you went to a show. Did you have a good time going to a show?
Usually, yeah.
Okay, cool. Did you have a good time, let's say, going to a kick axe throwing place or somewhere else?
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Okay, cool. Just because you brought a friend with you, your fun doesn't depend on them being there. They can enhance it if they bring the best version of themselves, but they can't bring the value of it down because you're still going at this baseline. You're gonna go have fun at all these places by yourself. You're just letting in someone else into your life. Yesterday we went out. We brought our cousin with us, right? We brought him into the show. We brought him to the restaurant. We brought him to the lounge. With him there or not, we would have had a good time, no?
Yeah, but
Correct.
he had a good time too.
No. I need you to understand what I'm trying to say. Without him, you had a baseline of you were going to have a good time here, and there, right? He came. He brought the fun with him. That experience was enhanced, right? Because we were able to converse, we were able to have a good time, we were able to share memories, whatever. If he just came in and just was very monotone and just was mute the whole time, didn't talk much, just looked at you and said yes or no, it won't take away from the experience, right? So when you say people use you, they don't use you. You'll bring them along for the ride. If they like it, great. If they don't like it, great. But the thing is, you still have the baseline. So I want you to kind of change the mindset. No one uses you.
Everyone uses everyone for everything. What do you mean?
No.
That's what it is.
You allow people into your life to be used.
What do you guys think about that? Write it in the comments below. Not that anyone will. Apparently, people think that the normal way of commenting on my YouTube channels, I don't know if it's just me or other YouTubers, is to WhatsApp me privately and let me know your criticism. I don't give a fuck about the WhatsApp private messages. I give a fuck in this video below so the whole wide world can fucking see your comments.
Wow.
If you hate them, if you love them, I don't give a shit. Write it there. You know who you are because I know who you are.
Yeah, he knows who you are.
You might want to write that shit down. Like take a pen and paper. I think this is what's going to be the title for this fucking episode.
I think we're going to surprise them.
Take notes.
That's adorable.
I'm going to freaking take a pen and paper, thumbnail, be like, write that shit down. Boom. I'm thinking.
Wow, you like to write shit down, don't you?
Yeah.
That's intense. You need to stop.
I'm more old-fashioned. They have the Kindle, they have the audiobooks, they have the Audible, all this stuff. I like to have physically the book in my hand to read and actually flip the
When's the last time you
page.
actually read a book?
I just actually bought a book that I'm reading
I didn't ask you when you bought a book. Buying is easy. When's the last time you actually read a book?
less than a week ago.
Already? What was the book about?
The Power of Positive Thinking.
So you finished the whole book?
No, I'm still reading it.
How far along did you get?
Chapter 1,
Wow. How long did you have the book for?
a week.
So in 1 week you read one chapter.
Yeah, but I read the preface, the introduction. I didn't skip all that. I'm always curious.
So
Right.
you read one chapter in 1 week.
One chapter is like freaking 20 pages.
Hold on, let me do the math. 25, 125.
Since when you became a mathematician? Last time I
170.
checked, you were a lawyer.
175 minus 7 is 168. So like, in the past 168 hours, you read one chapter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to continue reading that book.
I guess
That book
he's
is...
so positive. He's thinking he's so positive that he doesn't need to read the book.
No, it's not in my beliefs, in my religion. It keeps referring to Jesus Christ and church and all that stuff, which is great. Nothing against that. It's just it continuously takes phrases from there and it makes you like use this in your everyday life type of thing. And I can't relate to this because I do Judaism. It's the Old Testament versus the New Testament. So I didn't feel comfortable to continue reading this book, so I put it on my shelf. I'm probably going to gift it to a friend.
Yeah, well, speaking of religion, there was something I was reading this past week in one of the Parshas. Parsha is a chapter within the Torah. Torah is the Old Testament. So it was interesting to say that they said that the kids represent what the parents teach them. And the intelligence in the kids is represented by what their parents teach them. So you stated recently that you'll be okay with your kids knowing how to curse, and that the cursing that they will learn is going to be taught from you. Is that correct?
Not really. I mean, like
Oh, what's wrong? You change your perspective.
they will learn how
Why
to
don't you
curse.
own your words, Brad? Why don't you own your
They
words?
will learn how to
No,
curse.
You, that's not what you
I
said.
just think that it's
No.
better for them to learn how to curse in your own house. That way, when they come
So what
home
you're saying
from
is-
school and say "F you, F this," you'll be like, "What? Where'd you get this?"
First
Because
of all,
sooner or rather,
I'm going to tell you one thing. When kids learn how to curse in school and they come home and they use them,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't have them at home, you can shut that shit down.
well, I guess I'll have to go through that to see how that
No,
goes.
but your perspective is you want to teach them at home. And
No, I don't want to teach them. I'm gonna.
What?
That was not my perspective. You
What?
misunderstood my
No, that
perspective.
was your perspective.
No,
You're
no,
such a
no.
liar,
I said that it was better
Don't prepare
if they're
kids
gonna
here.
curse,
Why
bro.
you?
Bro, when you get
Why
older,
you-
you're gonna learn the curse words.
No, bullshit. First of all, you're using wait. How do you apply this word? You know what the word sophism means?
Do I look like the SAT vocabulary book to
sophism
you?
means someone who lies. So don't. I kid you not.
No, fibbing is.
No, sophism. If you Google it,
That's what you fucking told in the last episode about Olga, that she's sophism or whatever the
Sophism.
fuck. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a new word, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you learned what that is.
First of all, you're lying because that's not the information you said last time. And last
Yeah,
time,
people change their perspective.
oh, wow.
I thought about
It only took 3 episodes for you to change your perspective.
What the fuck?
Yo, this podcast was started in order to make sure that we allow people to be inspired and influenced. Apparently, the people we're influencing is Bruce.
You're funny.
So now you don't want to teach your kids how to curse at home.
I'm not gonna willingly do it, but if
So
I'm
you-
upset, I'm gonna curse at home. Yeah, they will hear their daddy
But
curse.
why? If you know
Gary V curses
No.
next to his kids
And
all
he's
the time.
divorced.
The divorce is 70 to 90% right now, bro.
No, divorce is 50%. Don't exaggerate, all right? Do not
There's a
exaggerate.
new podcast
No.
that I was watching, which is Kaika Media or some shit. My friend Leia Photography, she's doing it, and they're real estate, and they had that guy over there. They were talking about mortgage rates, and they brought up the divorce rate, and it said it was 70%.
Yeah, that's exaggeration for no purpose. Yo, my voice is just going.
He has been yelling the whole time before
No,
this
I'm not.
podcast.
Wow, this is like deep. I'm getting deep up in here.
I don't think they give a shit right now. Yeah, because it's fucking midnight right now. And we're
Thankfully,
doing
I'm
this shit.
glad that they won't be able to hear us because no one's gonna get.
No one gets up to this fucking episode. Everyone's fucking.
You're not naked. no one is gonna see it.
Well, Edmund will see it, that's for sure, and Arthur will see it, but
No one is gonna know anything. If you do get to this point, write in the comments, "Ushol, brat, ushol," in the comments. If you actually,
if you don't know how to spell Ushol, USHOL, write it below in the 15-minute mark.
To break it down, it's us-ho-l, us-ho-l.
Or type the number 7. Easy. I want to see how many of you got up to this part in the podcast. It will be 0, I guarantee it. Mark my words. So that was that.
And on that note, we're gonna finish, right? We're on time.
16 minutes.
Yeah, we're on time. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate it. Thank you for joining the #1 podcast in this living room. We appreciate
this
you.
world.
We appreciate every single one of you. If you actually reach this point, thumbs up. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let your grandma know. Make sure you set her up on it. Open up her phone. Go to YouTube. Scroll down. Click on it. Subscribe. Doesn't matter if she actually follows or watches, as long as she's subscribed. That's the most important part. We're trying to get 141 first follower. We're really hyped up about it. We're gonna do a whole presentation and everything. Yo, you know what? We want to get up in there like there's no tomorrow. We want to get the colonoscopy of this podcast going all the way through.
I think we lost them by like 5 minutes ago.
All right, cool. In any case, you guys peace out. Have a great Monday. Have a great weekend. Have a great Thanksgiving. And may God bless you all.
Gobble, gobble on that turkey.
And may you have great rest of your week. Peace out.
Peace.